2K Sports.
All right, Jeannie, and then next.
A bat that means business. If he makes contact, you can say goodbye to it. We're going to see Ryan Howard. Thank you for joining us, Major League Baseball, presented by 2K Sports, Thursday afternoon game. We'll take a look at the starting pitcher for Florida. And Steve, what's he looking at as he sees this Washington lineup?
I think, Gary, you're going to have to look for this lefty to back some of these hitters off the plate to make them uncomfortable, because if they're comfortable, they've got a chance to do some real damage against them.
Courtesy of Pepsi, a chance to see how the Nationals line up. In our scouting report, John, who are we watching for today?
Well, Kurt Suzuki's one of those rare guys who doesn't have to hit a lot of home runs to drive and run. He's a guy that puts the ball in play, can hit for a high average, but when men are in scoring position, he takes what the pitcher gives you and delivers runs for his team. Let's see if he can produce some for them in this one.
He's Grady Sizemore in the box now. We're about ready to kick things off here, and he'll be receiving the first pitch of the game.
24, Grady Sizemore.
At the end of the day, when you get to watch some of the best players in the world play baseball, boys, there's no doubt. Welchie, Chen, probably one of the great pitchers who come out of Taiwan since there's a Jimmy Wong. He did struggle in the big league, but he pitched good, and he debuted for the time he was with the. I think he played for the Braves for a bit, and then he signed as a free agent with Miami years ago, and he's had his ups, he's had his downs in the big leagues. But Wayne Chen, when he's on, he's an electric pitcher. And you look at this game today, spring training against the Nationals, see what he can do.
Swing, hot shot. Well, that's a good start. First batter, first hit.
Now batting.
Got a chance to check out the Marlins now. Here's how they'll look defensively. Thoughts, Steve? Anybody stand out?
Curtis Granderson does it with positioning and instincts in the outfield. He stays focused all the time, and he reads the ball off the crack of the bat.
The rookie shortstop in. A runner on first, no outs.
Well, we got a runner on there, Gary. I think when you look at C.J. Abrams, this is a former top prospect in the San Diego Padres farm system. 2021, when they did the deal in 2022, it was special, acquiring Juan Soto from the Nationals, and Juan Soto getting traded to the Yankees this offseason from the Padres after doing some salary dumping. And I think they're going to do a little bit more salary dumping, the Padres. They didn't re-sign Blake Snell. They didn't re-sign Josh Hader. They signed the Nationals for 5 years and $95 million. Look at those two moves. I think San Diego is going in a different direction. They have Fernando Tatis Jr. for a full season. He's going to be healthy. Hopefully, stay out of trouble. Stop taking stuff, riding with motorbikes, slow down on that. So, hopefully, be healthy. And I think the most important thing is even their shortstop, who they signed from the Red Sox. The young Dutchman. He's a guy to step up. You talk about a guy getting paid almost $200 million. And Machado's doing everything he can to sign a new big fat contract under $75 million for 6 years on top of the deal that he has. If he's healthy, if they get a little bit of pitching, I think San Diego are going to be a team to beat. And I think with Washington, with C.J. Abrams, there's a team that is on the rise. And if everything clicks, everything will be.
This one's pretty well hit to deep left center. This is a one-hopper off the wall. And the throw.
Well, we got a moment to look back here at the Florida Marlins and how they fared last year. Second best in base hits, third in batting average. And as you can see, they also hit with runners in scoring position in clutch situations. Third best team batting average in that situation, really pointing to the fact they have the right mental approach. Credit the hitting coach.
And it's Ryan Zimmerman. He has a .286 batting average against the Marlins.
Former MLB superstar Ryan Zimmerman and all those great years with the Washington Nationals from their time as the Montreal Expos. But think about it. Finished his career as a champion. Winning the championship in 2019. It's special to see what Washington did to Steven Strasburg, and of course Max Scherzer, who just won another World Series with the Texas Rangers after signing with the Mets a couple seasons ago. Gets traded, both him and Verlander, at the trade deadline last summer in 2023. And to see them win another World Series, Texas Rangers, first in their team history. They still have a ways to go to catch up to Houston, but you got to tip your hat to Texas. They've been around for 50 years and never won a World Series, even though they've had some of the greatest players ever, Beltre, Canseco, Nolan Ryan, you name it, Michael Young, Alex Rodriguez, so many players, Will Clark, Juan Gonzalez, and of course, Padre Hicks, 2 MVPs, and they still never won nothing. You think of the guys I grew up watching, the likes of, C.J. Wilson, just so many, Luis Alicea. I mean, Texas has had some good players down the years. And looking into the 2024 season, I think Texas is looking to get better. They're going to get healthy, hopefully. They've lost their big closer, Aroldis Chapman, to sign a 1-year deal with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So they're going to have to rely on a lot of their young and some big-name offseason signing they've acquired this offseason. So we'll have to see what happens with Texas here. I think with the Nationals, I think they have a plan, and they want to get better for next season. I think the Marlins are going to be a better team in 2024. I think the sky is the limit.
Starts him out with a fastball for a strike.
They contributed offensively in their last game with a couple of RBIs. See if he can't do it again today.
Here's the pitch. Here's a swing and a line drive. And it's caught. The play by Howard. And that will hold the runners at the corner.
Well, he gets the first out of the inning right there. Now let's see if he can continue to bear down, work his way out of this jam, and keep the score tied.
2 men on, 1 out. Here's the delivery. This one's grounded hard up the middle. Over to second for 1. Now over to first and safe at first. Close play, not quite enough time to get him.
57.
Well, a big RBI single right there, and I tell you, anytime you can put that first run on the board, the momentum is in your favor.
In the box, their rookie second baseman. Getting out in front any time of the ball game, you want to do that. Now you try and build on it.
And Gary, you can never underestimate the importance of an early lead. It can allow the pitcher to go right at the hitters and pitch with confidence.
Oh, Gajinder Kumar, I think he's a great young player. He's a guy with international ties to India and American. But I think I could say, Gajinder, here's a guy that has all the talent in the world to be a superstar. If he gives them an opportunity to play baseball, they will shine. And he will shine in this series. And I think for the Nationals this season, he's going to give this team a chance to win.
Swings, lines this one back up the middle. Throws to second. That'll be a force out and the third out. Well, some early production here. 1 run across in the first. The Nationals lead 1-0. Our starting pitcher for Washington,
Shortstop.
Steve, getting ready for this ball game. What do you think he's prepared to do against this Florida team?
They got a pretty good right-hander on the mound in this one, but facing this amazing offensive team. So he's got his work cut out for him a little bit, which means he really needs to work ahead in the count. If he falls behind, this is a lineup that can make him pay. He's going to have to be on top of his game to come away with the W.
That fastball gets by him on the first pitch, 0-1.
Well, that pitch right there, he just blew it right by the hitter, swung late.
Oh, and he lays off the fastball. Good pitch, 1-1.
Well, anytime you have a good fastball and you can keep it down in the zone around the knees or lower, it's great location and, believe me, very difficult to hit.
Fastball.
0-1 delivery, a curve in there. Now it's 1-2.
Look at the movement on this pitch. This 12-6 curveball just falls right off the table. Nearly impossible to hit this pitch anyways.
Yeah, I always felt the curveball was one of the toughest pitches to hit.
The 1-2 on its way. Holds off on the slider, 2-2.
Yeah, the slider is another pitch. It's always been a funny pitch, I remember playing in Little League. I can remember trying to hit the slider. It's really tough to pick up.
Fastball in there, called third strike, 1 out.
Well, they set him up away, and they buzz him up and in. That's an outstanding pitch right there. He couldn't pull the trigger on it.
And we're going to see Brown here.
Well, Brown's another bat.
One out, nobody on.
Has great power to all fields. And you lock in as a big power hitter, you're going to get a home run.
First pitch, fastball, 0-1.
Well, we all know the Washington Nationals had the worst record in baseball in 2009, but there is some hope there that they do have some young pieces that are part of the future, part of the solution, and hopefully it's going to turn things around there quickly.
Strike two! Fastball swung on, can't make contact, and behind on the count 0-2. So the young talent may kind of hope here in 0-10 that they're able to slide under the radar a little and pick up where they left off in the fall.
Well, that would be good, and I think when you talk to players on the Washington Nationals team, they seem to think that they are building towards something very special in the next couple of years because of this young pitching that they hope to have in another year or two, starting with #1 pick last year, Steven Strasburg.
I hope they're able to start to turn things around quickly to be able to entice the fans to continue to support this franchise so that it doesn't fail like it did in the past.
And Luis Castillo to bat. Lifetime, he's got a 285 average off the Nationals.
You know, you look at the Nationals in 2010 and even 2009, and now in 2024,
here it comes.
They're on the
Strike two there, no balls, 2 strikes. Castillo will protect.
Well, if you're going to get a good fastball, you better pull the trigger a little sooner. You can't be late on that heater.
Yeah, that was a pretty good pitch, absolutely.
And Castillo misses. Strike 3. Nothing doing here in this half inning. Nationals 1, Florida 0.
This game's been interesting. I didn't think it was going to be easy. Let me tell you, baseball's a tough game to call.
And we've got clouds overhead, lots of them. Sort of regulating our temperature. We got a little cloud.